Hello, it's Navy. Today I will be addressing the stereotypical stigma of what schizophrenia is and how it affects people on a daily basis. Yes, I am in the bathroom. It's the only place in this house that has any kind of good lighting at all. And, yeah, it's a little embarrassing, but for people like me, it's very hard to remember shit. So, and instead of trying to wing this, I know, like, I wrote it down. But I'm gonna be reading from this, and to keep myself from sounding stupid, yeah, this is what I'm gonna be doing. I'm not very good with describing things, especially when it comes to this kind of shit, so kind of bear with me. I'll be looking down a lot at this, but, we can try it. Alright. People often assume that someone being a schizo is just another way of saying that they're batshit crazy. That's not the case. And for the people who do suffer, that kind of thinking is very degrading and humanizing, however the fuck you say that word. We're actually just like any other person, but just majorly out of place. For us, it can be very, very difficult to try and fit in. And it's going to be pretty obvious when you sit there and see somebody trying to talk to themselves that, something's kind of going on. It doesn't necessarily mean they're on drugs or anything in that kind of, in that area. It could be a lot of things, especially when it comes to being a schizo. We suffer every day, and a lot of the time, many of us will never say a word about it. That could be for many reasons. Mine just happened to be family related. I hate when people worry about me, or if they might not ever see me the same way as before. Another very big reason for staying silent is because we just don't know how to describe or word out what it is that we're exactly dealing with. Yeah, that part is pretty self-explanatory. I've been silent about this shit my whole damn life for many, many, many reasons. Mainly family, but then again, I do have a past that better left unsaid. But we can continue. When I first came out about the truth of the fact that I am a schizo to people around me, I was accused of being on drugs. And a reason like that is exactly why we never even tried to speak up. It isn't fair to me or any of us. Just because you can't see it, that doesn't mean it's not there. It isn't just a phase you can grow out of. People assume that when we do speak out about this kind of thing, it's like a phase. Oh, they're just faking it. Oh, nobody believes us. It's just a phase that, we're trying to get attention. And for a lot of people, that is not the case, but for some it is. And that's what makes it very difficult for the people that actually do suffer to speak out. And that's very, very unfair. And that's the number one thing that'll piss me off about this shit, is when people go to faking it to get the attention. It isn't fair. I often forget things, both the important things and small things. It happens so much. That alone makes life very difficult for me. I often enough hear voices. It all could be so loud in my head at times that it's nearly impossible to think or focus. Here recently, I catch myself talking to myself so much more than I used to. And when things get too loud, it helps to put on my headphones and listen to music. Sometimes even that doesn't work. It can also be pretty difficult for us to differ what is real and what isn't. And often we can be easily confused by things. So like, let's say I were to be at work and my boss tells me to go do something. And I get the gist of what I'm supposed to do, but I don't do it correctly. Maybe I'm just confused and I just didn't understand what you had told me, because for us, receiving information is a lot different than the way you do. It's a whole different, it's completely different. The type of schizophrenia I have is mild compared to other people that have it. I consider myself blessed for that, and it's not easy finding someone that'll take the time to listen to us when we really just need someone to talk to about it. Like for me, when I try to talk to the people around me about it, they kind of just go silent, or they just kind of like close themselves off, and that's very, very unfair, because just like you we have to have somebody to talk to too about our problems. But when you go off and start shutting yourself out, and you just stop listening, you go silent, we just kind of feel stupid. And for me, that's the way it is. So that's why I choose not to talk about it as much outside of my YouTube. When I try to talk to people, they just kind of go silent, or it just feels like I'm talking to myself per usual. Like they're not even caring to listen, and that's just life. Okay, we need people there for us just as much as anyone else suffering from any kind of illnesses. We're not crazy people. The stigma around schizophrenia can prove it especially difficult for us to talk or try to explain this kind of stuff to anybody. So if you know anyone that is a schizo, do your best to be there for them. They need you. Give them a hug or something, anything, give them a hug, just check on them, see how they're doing, I mean, it doesn't take that much time to be a good person and to check on somebody. They more than likely feel alone, and nobody likes to feel alone, because I felt that way for 26 years. I'm 27 now, but everybody pretty much already knows what the fuck is wrong with me. That could be a good thing or a bad thing, but it's just the way it is. But if you do know somebody that suffers from any kind of illness, just be there for them, be a listening ear. Everybody needs somebody to talk to. But I do appreciate you watching this video. Thank you.